All right, family. Today we're gonna talk about the RUT. Job power. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. Again, family. 7 o'clock Eastern. You know we do the Black Star Radio. We're gonna be dealing with the topics that's plaguing the black community on a global scale. So make sure y'all be in the house every Thursday night Eastern at 7 o'clock. And thumb up this video, subscribe to the channel. As we know, that's the only way, if you thumb it up or whatever and you share the video, it's the only way the people can see. And so tonight, family, I got a couple videos and a couple slides for y'all. Again, thumb up this video, because we all need this education. See, now when I teach, I like to take it back to the RUT. Now, what is the RUT? The RUT R-U-T, is an Egyptian word, which means the original man. Now, when I teach, I like to come in with the information of the origin of things. I start at go. I don't start way down there at the yellow light. I start at the green light. I start, at the front of the race, not at the back. See, some people, came into so-called consciousness or whatever and started with, with the remix or whatever. Started with the remix. But see, I was taught from the RUT. You see what I'm saying? From the original man, the real original man. So it's time to take it back to the grassroots or the RUT. You see what I'm saying? Our true ancestors, not them little other goofy people y'all talking about. Them people ain't got nothing to do with black people. But I told y'all one day we was gonna get into this information. Now, first thing I want to do, I did this video about 5 months ago, as y'all see, is Bobby Hemmett, the created man. And he gonna start out this video right here, and I want y'all to listen to him, because I'm gonna show you what he talking about. Drop out.
Pictorial representation found in the tomb of Seti I. There are 4 races of people arranged in groups of 4 men each. These are the Nashi, which means Negroes, Hemu, which means light brown hue, with blue eyes and their hair in a bag. So that would be more of a mixture of a mulatto. The Tamil who are fair as Europeans, and the RUT who are Egyptians. These typical groups, not meant merely for conquered races as may be gathered from signification of their names. The Tamil are light complected people. The Egyptian word Tama means people and created. Who means white, light, and ivory. Tamahu are the created white people. You got it in black and white right there. The Ne is black. The Na means black ink. Ne means blackbird. Shu means person of birth. Nashu, which means black born, or in Egyptian phrase, the black born from the egg, Shu. Him means rudder to paddle. Fish means hemi, paddle, fish. Hemi, to steer. The Hemu is indicated as sailors or seafarers of the people of the Isles. That might be a form of your Phoenicians later on. The Isles of the Gentiles, it might be rendered in Egyptians by the Isles of the Anu, or Amu, or Hemu. Now, to cut to the chase. The Egyptians were the true root ones of primordial people who first took conscious hold of the earth. with me, is the footstool root, or RUT. The people were the feet, RUT, on which the human being first arose erect to attain full stature. Identically, however, when we learn that the Egyptians recognized the black race to be the first created men, the people of Ra were born from the Great One who is in the heavens. The root or RUT are born of his eye and in the persons of superior men. And this is the key. He also created the Amu and the Tamu as he has confronted himself with the multitudes who came from him in the shape of Negroes, by which expressly and said, Horus is created him, and he defends their souls. So in so many words, they go in and they say that the Egyptians, in so many words in this passage, created, or the first black man created the animal, which is another fair-skinned race, and the Tamu, which is the created white man. It's all coming from the temple of Seti I, and Abydos, the first holy name. So now we have a page of history that don't suggest no ape man. This is what the Egyptians are saying, and they say they call them the created white people. You see? Do you know in this book that it's not pre-colonial Black Africa, it's the other one, Egyptian origins of African origins of civilization, myth, and reality. In that book, he goes all into the Tamu, but he omits this page where it says they are the created white people. You see what I'm saying? So we have counter history that suggests other than this ape thing. We can prove this over and over through mythology. Okay, so the white race.
All right, that's what I needed. Now I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Just give me a second. Let me pull this up real quick. Bam. Give me a second, family. Let me pull this up. Because I want y'all to see this real quick. Because I'm going to show you what he's talking about. Now this, right here, is the RUT. You see what I'm saying? Now, these is the Tamahu, the Hamahu, and the RUT. You see what I'm saying? You see the African, the two Africans, and then you see the Indo-Aryan and the Indo-Asian, the white people or whatever. That's on the tombs of Seti I. You see what I'm saying? So they being knew, just like Bobby Hemmings said, that the black race was the first race. Our people knew that. Our people knew that way back then. So that let you, how did they know that? If you go into Egyptian history, it tell you that Osiris, he was a dam builder. He built dams for people. You see what I'm saying? He traveled the whole world. Now this from Diodorus Siculus, the Greek or whatever. He said Osiris traveled the whole world. The whole world. You see what I'm saying? Don't say the Egyptian world. And it say the whole world building dams. And you know, he was an architect. You see what I'm saying? He was an architect or whatever. But I'm going to show y'all. Now let me show y'all. These is the created, you see what I'm saying, race. You see what I'm saying? We'll deal with that in a minute because the Darwinism theory, they even got them out here that believe that shit. You know, that we got a common ancestor from an ape. With all the stuff that our ancient people knew, why the hell did the earth was flat, nigga, they had the shit round, just as the sun was. You got niggas out here talking about we came from apes and the earth is flat and Pangea and all that shit. Why the Africans ain't say that all the land masses was smushed together? Because if it was even before them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, the seas might have been lower to where it make it, the continents seem like they closer. But as far as man being recorded in history, you had to get on a boat, a ship, to travel across any sea. You see what I'm saying? So, since man been recorded in history, the earth been separate. Ain't no Pangea or none of that. Because our peoples would have recorded. Now, let me explain this RUT thing. Because let me click out of it. Let me explain the RUT. See, this is, this is where the phrase come from. If walls could talk. If walls could talk. Well, this is where it come from. The writings, the sacred writings of our ancestors. That's facts. And this is, you see what I'm saying? Showing, the relationship between man and woman. They gotta have what they got today. The feminism movements and all that. We never had that shit come from them where they gotta be liberated. The white woman gotta be liberated by the black the white man. And you got black women out here jumping on the train. Black man we was in slavery too. We ain't never had no control over whatever, the slave master done to us. Yes, it was the black man's fault. We should have rose up. But tonight we talking about what was going on, because nobody never asked this question neither. What was going on in Africa before slavery? You see what I'm saying? See, you got to go into the books and go get that information. You see what I'm saying? Because it's there. You see what I'm saying? What's the slogan? If you want to hide something from a Negro, where you put it? In a book. That shit came from them. At that point in time, they was refusing our peoples to be able to read. You see what I'm saying? Now, hold up. Now, these is all glyphs. Now, look. You see the sacred hair of our people. You see what I'm saying? Now, they try to make it seem like the ancient people of Africa came from some damn Mesopotamia or some shit. When you look, that's why they can't fully understand the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Nubians and Ethiopians or whatnot, truly, because they looking at it from a whole nother origin, Oriental and shit. It's African. Because you could go in Africa and look on the walls and the statues and match up the tribes with it. Okay, these the Khoisan and all that. These right here, the Bakat people or whatever, Patanim or whatever. You could go right down the line and name all them the Hama people. You could see, Mayat with the feather. You see what I'm saying? The Hama women wear the feather. It means purity, the same thing that Mayat means. So it's still an ongoing culture going on in Africa right now. You see what I'm saying? But, again, us in the diaspora, we not dealing with the RUT. You see what I'm saying? You dealing with some other shit. You see what I'm saying? Now look, on all continents, the supreme being originally worshipped the great black mama, goddess or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Now these dolls been found in Africa, and these are fertility dolls, where the dolls, the women would carry these around until she was ready to marry or mate with a man, and that was the symbology that she was ready to give, away her virginity or ready to have a baby or something like that, or ready to marry a brother. They would walk up the sister and hand them that ornament, and the brothers would already knew what that meant. You see what I'm saying? And that's what this is. Now, they done found these again on all continents. You see what I'm saying? But you see the hair woolly, which means it's African. You see what I'm saying? Which means it's African. So let's go here. So again, our peoples had a divine spirituality. We got a divine spirituality that we need to tap back into. We don't understand. We rolling with the remixes. We don't understand that what you call in religion today, you see what I'm saying, was the ancient African people stuff, spirituality originally. You see what I'm saying? They grafted out of it and created religions. You see what I'm saying? To control people. Period. And so we in shock. We can't believe that somebody would lie about God and lie about this, that, and the third. But when you go do the research, which we're gonna do a little bit of it tonight, you will see how and what they took. And see, you can't know your worth until you know what they done took from you. That's why, you know, a lot of black people got low self-esteem because you don't know your worth. You see what I'm saying? Like right here, you can read right here in Leviticus what it say. You will not follow the preachers of the land of Egypt and Canaan. You will, okay, this is Hebrew, but what I'm saying is, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? They done rewrote the scriptures and taught you against your own people. You see what I'm saying? Because it'll say that right there, but then when I pull up the one where it say, you know, but because it show you, it say, don't worship the gods or your forefathers in Egypt. See, they trying to get you. Why they trying to keep your eyes hidden from the Nile Valley? You see what I'm saying? The Nile Valley, 400 some miles, 4,000 miles long. You see what I'm saying? Why are they trying to hide their whole area from the blacks in the diaspora? And we gonna get into that. You see what I'm saying? The writing of his story, the true writings by the universes, by our ancestors. Period. What he telling is his story. Again, the RUT. Now, this, if you look at Sheikh Anta Diop book, again, Bobby Hemmett was just talking about it. It say, A, which I showed, I'm gonna show it to you in a minute again too. A and C is the same man. You see what I'm saying? It's the same people. You see what I'm saying? And they know they the first people, which is the RUT. The RUT though. That's how I spelled in the letter. So now again, okay, our great brothers. Now I got a video for y'all right quick. And I want to let it play. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Of course, we're black. And I put this picture up because it's so beautiful. With the sister with her locks. And they weren't called dreadlocks. Dread is a British word. The British didn't exist yet. The English language didn't exist yet. So they couldn't have been called dreadlock. Dread is a British word that means fear. And in Jamaica, where they encountered it in other parts of the Caribbean, the priest class that was waging war of independence out of slavery, they all wore their hair in locks then as they do in Africa today. And the British said, we dread the lock-haired ones. And from that, we got the dreadlocks. You know, but it is the white man saying we dread the lock-haired ones. But you can see the lock-haired ones was there from the beginning of time. And of course, we didn't have no comb or brush. The hair would naturally dread. Or lock. Sorry. See how I made the same mistake? So, now this is a painting from the tomb of Ramses III, 1200 BCE. It shows that the Egyptian perceived themselves as black and representing themselves as such without possible confusion.
Here it go right there. Now there it is. You see, Dr. James Smalls got it up there. That's what I'm showing y'all. Now A and C is the Egyptians and the rest of the Africans. But then B and D is colonizers. You see what I'm saying? And he gonna explain it. But this the glyph that I'm talking about. See, you could prove African history, and I always say our upward trajectory got stopped by those invasions. Ain't no telling what Africa would be like without, you know, the Greek invasion. I mean, the Romans and the Hyksos and the Hittites and all of this. Then later the French, the British, the Arabs, all these people that invaded the motherland. Ain't no telling what black people around the globe would be like because we never got to develop into our full potential as a human being on this planet. We was interrupted by this created man. Okay? Now let Doc finish right quick.
With the Indo-European and the Semites, this is a representation of the races in minute detail, which guarantees the realism of the colors. Throughout the entire history, the Egyptian never dreamt of representing themselves by type B or D. This is B, the Asiatic type, and D, the European type. And this comes from the book by Shekanta Diop, Civilization of Barbarism, by Shekanta Diop on page 66. So the Egyptians saw themselves as black, and this is on the wall of the tomb. And they saw the rest of the Africans looking just like them and was just as them. They saw the Asiatic type or the Eurasian type, and they saw the European type looking like this. And they painted on the walls, and they left it there to this day. So let's not be confused anymore, wondering who's who and what was what. This is a scene, excuse me, that, I could use a little water. This scene comes from the wall of a temple in the Sudan, and this predates the what we call the dynastic period in Kemet. There's a kingdom in the Sudan called Karma. It is a civilization that loaned itself to a civilization that would expand and become Kemet. So before there was a Kemet in the north, there was this civilization already functioning for thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of years earlier in the south. You see the leopard skin across the arm symbolizing that this is the priest. They're bringing wealth and gold and symbols. You can see that we weren't just brown today. We were black then and brown then. We didn't get brown because of the white man. We were brown and black from the earliest time. Brownness came out of our blackness. And so we ought to be clear when we play with ourselves in these conversations about who we are. Excuse me, but the water.
All right, now, exactly what I'm talking about. Next slide. See? Our peoples ain't need for nothing. We ain't need for nothing. I want to go to this other slide right quick. Because we dealing with the root. Now look. Hold on. Right here. Boom! The archives of the Vatican. The archives of the Vatican. I told y'all I was going to show y'all this shit one day. Now, when they talk about they burned the Library of Alexander, after they took all the books out of it. You see what I'm saying? How did they come up with the information to create the Council of Nicaea later on? You know what I'm saying? Later on. Because Catholicism was already, basically going, but it was in the beginning stages. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Council of Nice, Jambia, you see what I'm saying? All of the edifice, all of those conferences that they was having about, Christianity and whether Christ was real or not. Why would you, if you knew, why would you have to guess on it? See, this is what they don't want you to see. The bottom of the Vatican got, because in the Crusades, they was out there looking for what they called the Holy Grail. Any artifact that looked like it was Christian or could be from late Christian, Christian time. You see what I'm saying? And everything else was deemed as paganism. As paganism. It was deemed as paganism. So, yeah, some of the books burned or whatever, but the majority of our information is at the bottom of the Vatican. You see, it's at the bottom of the Vatican. And this say, right here say, at the bottom of the Vatican, they got ancient hidden documents. It's a city under the Vatican where they got ancient hidden documents, about everything. You see what I'm saying? About all the world history. You see what I'm saying? And only certain people got access to this type of library. The Pope, his underlings and shit like that. They go in there and get the true information. They know that shit ain't real. If you look at the outfit the Pope be having on, they got it from Osiris. Now, hold on. So these is our ancestors right here. And We must know that. We must know that. You see what I'm saying? We must know who we are on this planet. Because we the root. And so don't be starting way down there with them little stupid groups that talk about some remix or whatever. What you talk about the remix for when you got the original? The Nile Valley ain't fully been studied yet. What little, you probably got 10, 20% out of all the last 100 years from black and white scholars, maybe 20% of just the information of that great civilization. That's just one nation in the Nile Valley. And it stretched for 4,000 miles. So you ain't even begin to scratch the surface of that information. And Dr. Ben, who brought it to us, we got to give up props, was in the Nile for 60 years, right? And we still just done scratched the surface. You see what I'm saying? Only 80% of the Nile, 20% of the artifacts been dug up. They estimate, and they got damn near 1 billion artifacts all over the world of just Egypt. They ain't even went into Nubia and Karma and Monroe into the Sudan and really went and did, it's starting now. You see what I'm saying, brother? Anthony Browder out there, doing the ASA projects, things. So we out there, and of course, the Germans out there, the French, the British, the Americans, all of them is out there digging in our ancestor stuff. You see what I'm saying? So, listen, we the root. We the root. Now, hold on. I might got one more that I want to read. Hold on. It might be one more. Is it right here? Yeah, listen to this right here. Let me blow it up a little bit. So this right here talking about the same thing that we talking about. See, again, these religions done came out of the Nile Valley. And this one specifically talk about Nubia or whatnot. Monroe or whatnot. And see, this is how you show facts. This is how you show facts. Now, family, I got another video. I got to move on from this one. Now, we can expand on it. We can go into it even deeper. It just depends on what type of, response on these videos I get. So, thumb up these videos. I'll be back in a minute. And I'm going to shower y'all with another video. Jump out. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown.